guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. We're going to talk about Philippe Coutinho staying at the club this summer and also maybe taking the number 10 shirt for the upcoming season. In regards to the captain's wage salary reductions, of course, Pique and Roberto are now done. It's now up to Busquets and Jordi Alba to reduce their wages. On the player exits of Umtiti, he's very close to leaving, and if he does not leave, his contract will be terminated. Moriba is looking for a new club, and Poch is desperate to leave the club this summer. And lastly, we do have some injury updates on Oscar Mingueza, Ansu Fati, and as well as Marc ter Stegen. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Before we get into this video is sponsored by the One Football app. It's an absolutely brilliant football app that I've been using now for the past few years. It's the best in my opinion. It has everything you need. Breaking news, transfer news, videos. You have all the matches in the top 5 leagues in one spot, or you can even add more leagues. I believe it has 160 different leagues. And also you can follow your favorite football team. Of course, for me, it's going to be Barcelona. You can have, predictions. It tells you the next games. You have news about it as well. You have a nice little place where you can see all the tables for Champions League, Copa del Rey, Super Cup, La Liga. You can have the squad list as well. You can see all the first team players of Barcelona and some of the Barcelona B players as well. Nice little spot for transfers as well for everything that's linked to just Barcelona. And during the match, there is live voting of the man of the match. But what I love about this app the most is when we score, it tells you who assists, it tells you if it's a penalty or an own goal. Some apps don't do that. It's absolutely brilliant. Of course, it has full-time stats as well, offside, possession. It also has news on La Liga, transfers on La Liga, and stats as well. Top scorer, assists, red cards, yellow cards. This is by far the best football app out there, and the best part is it's free. So top link in the description down below. Give it a go. You won't be disappointed. Let's start off with the biggest news over the past 24 hours, and that is the front cover of Mundo Deportivo last night. They came out saying Coutinho last train. They came out saying Philippe Coutinho could have his last great opportunity at Barcelona after the exit of Lionel Messi, and in the absence of a firm offer due to his high salary and injury, Barcelona and Ronald Koeman could bet on Philippe Coutinho. His contract does end in June 2023. And they also came out saying that Barcelona have indeed offered Philippe Coutinho the number 10 shirt. He is thinking about it, and while waiting for the exits of Poch and Umtiti, the number that Messi wore is only one available right now. Coutinho could wear it against Atletico this weekend if he is called up. Now, in my opinion, I don't think the number 10 jersey should be worn this season in memory of Leo Messi. Keep it vacant, keep it open. I still haven't got over Messi leaving, let alone someone wearing the number 10 shirt. I think that's absolutely wrong. Also, I do not believe this report. Of course, Gerard Pique right now is technically number 14. He is registered as a Barcelona B player. I think once Coutinho comes back in the squad, he will take back his number 14. Of course, in the Drum Gamper, as you can see on the front cover there, he came out in the number 14 shirt. I think he will stick with the number 14 shirt. Now, in regards to Philippe Coutinho staying at the club this summer, Goal have come out saying there are no offers for Philippe Coutinho as of right now, neither a permanent move or even a loan move. Barcelona hope that an offer will arrive before the end of the transfer window, or else he will stay and then could leave in the winter transfer window. But Candacer have come out with the big news saying that Philippe Coutinho will stay at Barcelona this summer. The club believe he's a player that can offer more than what we have seen so far. Coutinho hasn't played in recent games because of a lack of rhythm. Now, also, Mateo Morita from Sky Sports, one of the best sources in the world, he came out confirming this as well. He tweeted that Philippe Coutinho will be staying at Barcelona this summer. And with the absence of Leo Messi, I do agree. I think we need that quality up front. Of course, if Messi stayed, I think Coutinho would have 100% left. But the main thing about Coutinho is him making 24 million per year, which is around 400k a week. He has to reduce his wages 100%, no doubt about that. I think Coutinho under Ronald Koeman could do pretty well. Remember, last season he did very well up until his injury. Then he was out for the rest of the season. Looks like Coutinho will be staying at Barcelona now. The big question is, what number will he wear? For me personally, he should not even get anywhere near the number 10, and I do believe he will take the number 14. Now, another player who will continue at the club this summer is Riqui Puig, coming in from TV3. They've come out saying that Riqui Puig is determined to stay at Barcelona and change Ronald Koeman's mind to give him more opportunities in the first team. Riqui thinks he had a good preseason in which he took advantage of his minutes that he had, and in addition, he scored 2 goals. Now, we have seen some rumors over the past few days saying that, look, Ronald Koeman does not trust Riqui Puig in the game against Real Sociedad. Deacon Gonzalez and Pablo Have both were, warmed up, and in the end, Nico came on ahead of him. Riqui Puig did not even warm up in that game to get ready to come on as a sub, but Riqui Puig is saying, look, I want to stay. I believe in my ability, and I think I can convince Ronald Koeman. Hopefully that's true. I think by now until January, if he does not play, I would really recommend him to go out on loan in January. Let's now get into some news in regards to contract renewals at Barcelona. Firstly, on Sergi Roberto right now, he is the closest player to sign a new contract at the club. Firstly, coming in from Cope, they've come out saying that Sergi Roberto continues to negotiate his contract renewal. Barcelona have offered him a 2-year extension in exchange for a high pay cut. Sergi has accepted to defer part of his salary for the current season to help the club. And also, Alfredo Martinez from Umtiti came out saying that it is a matter of hours before Sergi Roberto will be announced as the second player to take a pay cut. He will extend his contract for 2 years, and also he will distribute the salary. So it looks like Roberto and Barcelona have agreed over a pay cut, also extending his contract for 2 more years. It should be announced hopefully over the next few days. Now, on the topic of the captains taking a wage reduction, RAC would have come out saying the agreement with Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Roberto will be closed in the coming days. They believe that Pique has been used to pressure them, but they are surprised that the club is only asking the captains to make efforts. Now, this report is a little bit dodgy. Firstly, they think that Pique has put pressure on the other 3 to take a wage cut. I don't believe that's true. I think they were all going to take a wage cut. It's just a matter of negotiating with the club. And secondly, in Juan Laporta's press conference they did on Monday, he said that right now we are focusing on the captains. Afterwards, we're going to focus on all the players. So, of course, he's not saying that, oh, the captains are just going to do it only, then everyone else will still get paid. You know, Coutinho $400K a week, Antoine Griezmann $700K a week. That's not the case. Focusing on the captains first, because they know negotiations with the captains will be easy because they love the club. Next up will be the likes of, you know, Coutinho, Griezmann, Umtiti if he stays, Pique if he stays, all the other players. But again, once the captains get finalized, they will focus on the other players. And the captain's salary reduction should be official hopefully over the next few days. Of course, Pique and Roberto is now done. It's just Busquets and Jordi Alba left. Now, on the topic of contract renewals, coming in from Fabrizio Romano, he's come out saying that Barcelona will focus on the contract renewals of Ansu Fati and Pedri once the transfer window ends. Again, we knew this from the beginning of the transfer window. Both these players' contract expire next summer, but Barcelona have been opted to extend it for 2 years, but they want to give them more money. They want to improve their conditions, all that sort of stuff, because they're 2 very, very important players for the future. Also, watch out for the contract renewal rumors about Ronald Araujo and as well as Ousmane Dembele. Let's now discuss some of the players who've been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. First, coming in from Rack 1 about Samuel Umtiti. They've come out saying that Barcelona preserve a chance with Samuel Umtiti's attitude. He is now more open to leave. There are loan offers from various clubs, and the option of terminating his contract is discarded because Barcelona in the end would have to pay him for his remaining years. So Rack 1 coming out saying that Barcelona will not terminate Umtiti's contract. Now, in regards to his destination, Juan Marti from Sport has come out saying that Samuel Umtiti wants to join a Champions League team if he does leave Barcelona this summer. Monaco are interested in him, but they just lost 1-0 to Shakhtar Donetsk in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League qualifying round. But eSport 3 have come out saying that Barcelona are clear that if Umtiti does not leave, they will terminate his contract on August the 31st. Barcelona already opted for the dramatic measure when Umtiti was given the letter of release. His exit is key to lowering the wage bill, and this is an extreme measure that is on the table and that is considered the last resort for Barcelona. And the main man, Alfredo Martinez from Umtiti, one of the most reliable journalists in Barcelona, came out back in the statement from eSport 3, and he came out saying that throughout the next week, Samuel Umtiti's issue will be resolved. The club have given him an ultimatum. Either he agrees to leave or his contract will be terminated in the coming days. So now the ball is in Samuel Umtiti's court. Either leaves the club this summer on a loan or a permanent transfer, or Barcelona will terminate his contract. Again, his future right now is not in Barcelona. You have Rack 1 saying that, oh, Barcelona not going to terminate his contract. Then you have Alfredo Martinez at eSport 3 saying that Barcelona will do so. If it comes to that last resort opportunity, they will terminate his contract. So wait and see what happens over the next week or so. Umtiti's future should be resolved soon. But in the case of Ilaix Moriba's exit from Barcelona, it will be a different scenario. Coming in from Sport, they come out saying that Barcelona has rejected an offer of $5 million from a Bundesliga club for Ilaix Moriba. Barcelona insists that they will not let the player leave for anything lower than 15 million euros plus 5 or 10 million euros in variables. The player's environment already know that there will be no more meetings between them and the club if it is not communicated they have accepted the renewal offer from before or bring a good offer to sell the player. Barcelona is realistic and assume that there are no high chances of the player staying, leaving for free at the end of next season. And the club believes that the inflexibility stance of Moriba will send a message to the other youth players with similar plans. And Candacer have come out back in that statement and also adding that Barcelona do not intend to make any more offers to renew Moriba's contract. It is planned that he will train with the youth squad and will not play. Now, the only positive from this Moriba situation is that the other youth players will be looking at this thing. Look, you cannot finesse Barcelona. Barcelona will give you a contract renewal. If you not accept it, no matter how talented you are, they will not hesitate to either sell you or freeze you out of the entire squad. And unfortunately, that's what's going to happen to Moriba. His agency now had to find a new club for this summer, or else he will sit out for the rest of the season. Then in January, they'll get another opportunity to let him leave. If he doesn't leave again, he will leave at the end of his contract for free in the summer. So now it's a race against time for Moriba to find a new club for this summer if he does want to leave. The next player exit that I want to discuss is the exit exit of Miralem Pjanic coming in from Juan Marti from Sport. He's come out saying that Miralem Pjanic is desperate to leave Barcelona this summer. He has activated other options after Juventus signed Manuel Locatelli. His transfer now to Juventus now depends on the sale of Aaron Ramsey. Inter Milan are now currently the favorites to sign him. So Pjanic wants to leave, no doubt about that. He is now looking for other clubs as Juventus now is very, very difficult for them to get him unless they sell Aaron Ramsey. But right now, no club in the world is looking to get Ramsey on a permanent or a loan, similar to, Samuel Umtiti. So Pjanic now looking at other clubs in Italy, AS Roma, Inter Milan, AC Milan. But again, his priority is to leave Barcelona this summer. Now, the final player exit that I want to discuss is the exit of Remanaj and or Martin Braithwaite coming in from Rack 1. They've come out talking about both the situations. Firstly, on Remanaj, they've come out saying that the Abelian striker Remanaj could also leave the club this summer. In fact, his departure was taken for granted after the preseason with Granada as a possible destination. However, Aguero's injury and the lack of cash to look for an attacker caused him to stay with the first team. At the club, they continue to think that the best thing for him is the way out for the player that is far from the level that is a Barcelona striker. Now on Martin Braithwaite, they came out saying that Barcelona think that it is a good time to sell Martin Braithwaite. Barcelona right now want around 15 million euros for him. Martin has attracted interest from few Premier League clubs, including Everton, of course, one of our favorite clubs in the Premier League. The player is open to signing deals and leave before the market closes. Despite being a starter on Sunday against Real Sociedad, he knows that when the injured players recover, he will lose promise and his participation will be much lower. Now, Alfredo Martinez, the best source in Barcelona, he's come out saying that Remanaj or Martin Braithwaite, one of them will have to leave the club this summer. Right now, everything's pointing to Remanaj, but again, the possibility of selling Martin Braithwaite for 15 million euros, getting that money in, does, open the eyes of Barcelona. We'll wait and see. I think it will be Remanaj leaving the club this summer. Again, that will open the door for Philippe Coutinho to take that number 14 shirt off him. I think Martin Braithwaite will stay this summer. The next summer, he could leave. I think right now, with, Aguero on one knee, Ansu Fati and then Boost coming back, he will get some opportunities from at least now until January, I think. Once all those players come back, get the match rhythm, he'll be on the bench for sure, but right now he can take the opportunity of playing for Barcelona being a starter. We'll wait and see, but again, one of Remanaj or Martin Braithwaite will most likely leave the club this summer. Now, just before I end off this video, I want to give you guys some injury updates on Oscar Mingueza, Ansu Fati, and as well as Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Firstly, on Mingueza, coming in from having Miguel from AS, he came out saying that Oscar Mingueza was expected to come back after the national team break, but however, with him returning to training yesterday, it could accelerate his return, and he could even enter the squad against Getafe on August the 29th. So Mingueza was back in training yesterday, and he could now end up being in the squad list. The big question is now what number he will take, because right now the only number that is open is the number 10. Will he take Umtiti's number 23? Will he take number 25? We'll wait and see, but he is very, very close to getting that medical green light. And lastly, on Fati and ter Stegen, again coming in from having Miguel from AS, he's come out saying that Ansu Fati and Marc-Andre ter Stegen are now in the final stretch of their recoveries and could be available for selection after the international break. So that does mean that they both will return to first team training very, very soon. We're looking right now at the beginning or the second week of September. They'll start training with the first team. Then after the international break, they will be available for selection. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know is about Coutinho staying and maybe taking the number 10 shirt. What do you think about that? Also on the player exit of Umtiti, Pjanic, and Moriba, who do you think will leave the club this summer and who do you think will stay? Also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.